Hello there, it's gaming time! So, I'm back with another episode of Magic the Gathering. As you can see, I have a couple more tasks to do because it's a Sunday today. This is a weekly win award, so it gives me extra XP, so it gives me basically extra levels, which is awesome. This is my daily challenge, play 25 lands, so I plan to fix that next turn and just the daily wins as normal. So I've been fighting with my cleric deck now mostly, so it is time for a new deck. And I really wanted to show you guys my cat power deck because that one is freakishly hilarious. Well, at least I think so. So let's wait for an opponent and let's see what we can do with this deck. I'm fighting Spiral Moon. We'll see what happens. Oof, I've only got one land card. That's not enough, I'm taking a mulligan. That's two land cards, that's a lot better. I can do it with this one. And I'm going to get rid of my primal empathy, I think. Yeah. So he has taken a mulligan as well. And that was enough for him too. So let's gain the life. Which is always quite useful. Oh, he got a class card. If you roll one or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus one and ignore the lowest roll. Okay. Interesting. Let's put this card into play and this creature. Which basically, if I add another one, it adds another +1/+1 on this one. So it can be quite useful, and it has lifelink as well, so I gain life. Creatures get menace. Let's add some forest, because I'm going to need that. And let's stack it. Now his creatures will have haste. Okay, fair enough. Let's put in another land card and let's play this one. So I can put a +1/+1 on a target counter and it will get trample. So it will just rush through the defense if need be. So let's see what he will come up with. All his creatures have haste. He doesn't have a creature. I can put a land into play, but I really don't know what to do with that yet. Let's put this one in, and I'm putting it in with a menace counter, so two creatures need to block it. And I think I'm going to do a bit more of green. Yeah. And time to attack. So he is down to 13 lives. I am up quite a bit actually. So let's see what he will do. Oh, he played his first card, not with a kicker. So search for two basic lands, and yeah, there's no plus stuff on it. You don't need to add yet. I can use you later on. I'm going to do primal empathy. So if I got the greatest power, I draw an extra card, and I'm going to play this one. So each player mills 3 cards. So we've done that. Let's attack some more because we haven't done that yet. He's now down to 5 lives. I don't think he will make this rounds, but it's also not quite a good example of what this deck can actually do. Oh, also because all my cards are cats, elementals, nightmares, dinosaurs, or beasts, I can have this one, and I can add it for the price of 3, and then I can just pay the normal price. So now we just have to wait for Spyro Moon to do something. I wonder if he is going to do something. Oh yes. 4 creature cards with different names. Reveal them. I choose 2. And the other 2 go into the field. Okay. I don't mind you so much. I really don't mind you at all. You can go. You can go. Goodbye. So. Now you guys have haste, so you can attack if you want to, but don't think you will. So I draw an extra card. And no creature, so no more life for me, but that's okay. I am going to tap one of his creatures. That would be you. And now I can only put one more cat into play because this one isn't live. Is it a white card? So I'm going to put this one into play, of course, because that will give this one a bit more power. Which is exactly what I needed. So let's attack. I'll just say good game. Because basically he lost. Because I've got here 5. He's going to block this one. I've got. Oh yeah, he's going to block that one. Interesting. Oh well. He lost anyways. So that's it for my cat deck basically. I've got a couple more different cats in there that you haven't seen yet. So can't wait to show you what happens. Oh, I just got a level up. Did you see that? That's awesome. So I got stuff and I've got another pack. So now you can see the opening of pack as well. So a pack contains 8 different cards. These are wild cards. So I can use them to craft other spells. The one with first are new cards. And this one I already had, but maybe not enough. What are you? Charm Sleep. When Charm Sleep, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during the next unstep. Okay, just like my cat did, basically. It's a new haste goblin and a fly card. That is actually kind of awesome. Has flying, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. That's quite awesome. Spear of Annihilation, yeah. Enters with X void counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the spear. All creatures and planeswalkers with mana value less or equal than the number of void counters. And all creatures and planeswalkers go to graveyards with mana value less or equal to the number of void counters. Oh, that is quite interesting, actually. Okay. Anyways, nothing for my cat deck, so let's dive into my cat power deck. So, of course, here I've got all my lands. Here on the... Yeah, I've got a sideboard. And this one is on my sideboard. So this is basically my cat, my pet. And when I put it into play, every other creature that you control, that in my case is a cat, will get a +1/+1 and has vigilance. So that's quite useful actually. So these give extra power to themselves, have lifelink. This is just a random cat. I don't know why I have it in there, but it's, yeah. So this one basically makes mill 3 cards. Then I can exile up to 2 cards from his graveyards. For every creature you gain a life. And then I can return the target creature or land cards from my graveyard to my hand, which is useful. This is a flying cat. And I can create an entire army of catbirds if I want to. This one I can have a creature fight another creature. And put 2+1/+1 counters on it. And then gain life to the greatest power of things. So this one you've seen. I've got it in a different shape. This one basically gives every other cat +1/+1 and protects it from dogs, which is very useful. And if one or more cats control deal damage, I can destroy an artifact or an enchantment. So that's very useful. When he enters, it draws a card. It's useful. Put a +1/+1 on the target creature you control. Every creature with a +1 has trample. This one grows if I put land into battlefields. This one, if I have the greatest power, so that's the first one, I draw a card, or if I don't, I put a +1/+1 counter on it. So this is an enchantment, and if a land falls under my control, I can either create a cat beast or put a +1/+1 on each creature, and they get vigilance till end of turn. So that's quite useful. This one gives a +1/+1 counters too, and has lifelink. This one, every time when it attacks, it creates 2 token creature cats with lifelink. So that's very useful. Well, this one you have seen. This one, if a creature died, I can put a +1/+1 and untap it. This one has vigilance, and all creatures with vigilance I can tap a target creature. So that's very useful. This is a flying cat. It targets a human you control, which I don't have. When one or more non-human creatures, in this case cats, deals combat damage to a player, draw cards, which can be useful. This one is my biggest card. Thankfully, it has foretell. And it basically has vigilance and a lot of defense power as well. And of course, my lands. Now, I haven't looked up if there is a class card for cats. So let's see. Cleric, Paladin, Wizard, Barbarian. First day of class. Druid class. Ranger, Monk, Rogue, Sorcerer, Bard, Fighter. No. Hmm. That's not quite useful. Let's see. These compacts. Exile the top of the player's library. Creatures have menace. You may play cards exiled with rogue class. Interesting. Second spell costs 1 less to cast. Non-lot permanent to the owner's hands. Exile the top card. You may cast this card from exile as long as you've cast the spell. No. Not really. Druid, what are you? Additional lands. Target land as a creature. Dice, that's not useful. Draw cards. This one is actually quite useful. Paladins. This is actually quite useful because I have a lot of life gain in my deck, so maybe no. I'm going to put well, whoops. Can put craft out now. I can put one of those in, and I'm going to get rid of my sanctuary cat. So I changed my deck around a tiny bit, like I did last time. It doesn't matter, I didn't have a class card in it yet, and I wanted the class card in. So basically, yeah, that's my cat power deck. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, everyone, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!